Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
If you say so.
These guys are just weird. That's where they are.
As weird and creepy as JD Vance.
Super weird idea.
You know what I find odd is the way that they're all...
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird. Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird, and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
So, Kamala Harris and her campaign have devised a new strategy, and it is to smear Donald Trump and JD Vance and the entire Republican Party and their policies as, quote, weird. Okay? The only problem is they're being really weird about it.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate are weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
Now, don't get me wrong. For God's sake, don't get me wrong. But, and don't feel patronized. But let me explain.
They are weird.
These Republicans just being weird. It's just weird. It's really weird.
I have no problem with Kamala calling Donald Trump weird. There's nothing wrong with that.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
Or should I say, there would be nothing wrong with it if it was her original thought.
He said a lot of things that are weird, a weird style that he brings, weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
Why is it that these career politicians who've slipped and slimed their way to the top can't just have a laugh?
What was weird was talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh? That seems very weird to me that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye. If he has laughed, it's at someone, not with someone. That is weird behavior.
Weird and cultish.
These are weird people on the other side.
I think it is a much better tactic to laugh at Donald Trump and the Republicans and JD Vance. We've all had a good laugh at the sofa humping memes. I think it's a much better tactic, a much more effective tactic than calling Donald Trump Hitler every single day. You know, that starts to wear a bit thin after 10 years. And, you know, people start to realize that maybe he's not Hitler.
He kind of doubled down on his weird ideas.
I think weird is probably generous.
Simply weird. These guys are just plain weird.
It's all very well and good, but why does it feel like even when they're trying apparently to have a laugh, they're trying to make their opposition look ridiculous, it just feels like it's some kind of scheme.
Vance as weird?
You know, as the campaign said, weird.
It really is just plain weird.
It's some kind of plan they concocted at a summit somewhere, you know, on the summit of a mountain, in a castle, a horrid castle in Transylvania that may or may not be haunted by the souls of all of the sacrificed.
JD Vance, plain weird.
No, I mean, I don't know how else you could read it.
Weird. It is kind of weird.
We're not afraid of weird people.
The other side, they're just weird.
But the point is, it just feels fake. Why is everybody suddenly saying the word weird? Why is it all over MSNBC and CNN? Were the blood-sucking executives present at the Transylvania party?
Why are you being so weird?
Vance has done something more extreme, more weird.
No matter what kind of weird stuff they keep saying.
Trump and Vance are just weird.
Were they all together? And did they all say, you know, if we called them weird?
It's the weird part that's the most engaging.
Whom he addressed as my beautiful Christians, which was super weird.
Weird tech bro, JD Vance.
He's a weird guy.
JD Vance, uneasy and sort of weird.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Am I crazy?
Frankly, for lack of a better word, that he's weird.
Sarcastic remarks that aren't even funny, and he kind of shows that he can't really deliver a one-liner.
So, Sam, weird is the word here in terms of initial impressions from Vance.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I'm wired. We're all different, I guess. And maybe Trump and Vance and the Republicans do have weird stuff about them. But I can't help it. I cannot sit here and look at all the stuff that I see Kamala doing every day and not compile it and make a video and say, look at all this. It's pretty weird. So, let's get into the video, I guess.
Who's Daniel Boland? Oh, Daniel Boland, this is a heavy hitter. Do you guys know who this is?
She can get bills passed in Congress that'll protect me and you.
Black, white, Latino, Asian, or LGBTQ.
She could get this country back to where we can stand tall. Keeping us safe from harm without building a wall. 'Cause she's a woman. W-O-M-A-N. I'll say it again. She's a woman. K-A-M-A-L-A.
Well, you can't argue with that. She is a woman, and they would know better than most.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, hi. You're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
The Obamas call Kamala. They've given it a little title here, this campaign ad. Just in case any of you were confused as to what is going on, this is a staged phone call between the Obamas and Kamala Harris, so that you can see what good friends they all are. And they've given it a helpful title there. I don't know if any of you find that insulting, if you feel like perhaps the Democrats hate the American voting public. Because imagine making this video with any other target audience in mind other than small children or the severely intellectually impaired.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala.
My girl, Kamala. My girl, Kamala.
I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election.
You know, just hearing Barack Obama's voice there, like, any of you who are voting Democrat or who think I'm some kind of mad MAGA Brit, as somebody called me in the comments the other day, surely you can see the difference between Barack Obama, who when he speaks kind of comes across, like, you might hate him, you might love him, his policies, but when he's speaking he comes across as kind of genuine, sensible, statesman-like. And Kamala comes across as like, I'll tell you what, every time Kamala speaks, it reminds me of a song on Depeche Mode's first album, Speak and Spell. The song was called I Sometimes Wish I Was Dead. Got it.
And into the Oval Office.
Oh, my goodness. Michelle, Barack, this means so much to me. I'm looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
I seriously doubt that.
A woman who went to law school, a woman who was a district attorney.
Oh, it's my favorite Mexican, Ana Navarro Cárdenas. Hang on a second, I'll be back. I thought I had a sombrero that said Mexico on it, but I found one of my wife's hats. Will that do?
A woman who was elected statewide to run the second largest Justice Department in this country.
Oh, God, she's getting all feisty, Ana Navarro. Right, it must be that summer heat. She needs some nice, cool nachos to calm herself down.
A woman who was elected in California statewide. And California is not like some of the other states, including my own, where they elect some dummies.
Yes, California is the gold standard for electing officials. They've got it all figured out in California.
California has given us some incredible senators. So whenever they bring up her lack of qualifications, I want us to fight back. I want us to be happy. I want us to remember all the mistakes from 2016, because I don't want us to have buyer's remorse the day after election day. I want us to think about what we can do every single day.
You know, that feisty Latina's absolutely right. Life should be just one long fiesta, right? Am I right? Ole!
In this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? There are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of hate. But us, we choose something different.
Okay, that sounds interesting. I'm listening. Go on.
We choose freedom.
Well, God knows it's about time that black women had the freedom to be loud in public. Oh, I mean, yes, absolutely. I can't wait to see more freedom of that particular kind.
Of over 1.5 million followers, is here to help gentle parent us through this election.
Thank you.
Now, I know I tend to be hasty sometimes, but I do like to follow my gut. And it might sound like a snap judgment, but that is the face of the purest form of evil.
Oh, hi, everybody. I am so honored to speak today. I am like shaking to just be among such incredible company. We are here because, as if you were here earlier, you've heard BIPOC women have tapped us in as white women to step up, listen, and get involved this election season.
Damn, I wasn't here earlier. So the BIPOC women approached white women with an offering of some sort. That must have been quite a sight to behold. They said, "We need your help. We're tapping you in to get involved, to listen in this election cycle." Great stuff.
This is a really important time, and we all need to use our voices and influence for the greater good. No matter who you are all influencers in some way.
Yeah, we are. Some of us more than others. Hey, did I forget to mention this? Oh, I got this in the post yesterday. Anna Navarro would be so proud that a fellow Hispanic, Spaniard, what do we call them? Latina. I'm an honorary Latina. I've been here for 15 years in Spain. So I think I can wear this without any reproaches, hopefully. I'm an honorary Latina, big booty Latina, just like Ana Navarro is an honorary American. You know, we should be grateful. And I am.
So tonight, I'm going to share some do's and don'ts for getting involved in politics online and navigating the toxicity that comes with it. And spoiler alert, as much as the toxicity can come from the outside, it can come from us too.
No, no, no. I won't have it. I won't have it that the toxicity could come from within you too. Okay? I won't believe it.
So first, don't isolate yourself. We can do our best work when we're in community together like we are tonight, because the toxic feels smaller when we support each other. But don't make it about yourself. As white women, we need to use our privilege to make positive changes. If you find yourself talking over or speaking for BIPOC individuals, or God forbid, correcting them.
You know, you'd think with the dawn of the internet and social media that people like this would have gone away. Because I remember people like this, retards like this when I was growing up, telling me how to behave around other races, and I never listened to a word. All right? I was friends with all of the races. And I You would think that we would all be more self-aware now. That you don't go around saying stuff like, never correct a BIPOC, as though it's some kind of venomous snake, right? That's insane. It sounds to me, she sounds like Cesar Millán, another Latino, right? The dog guy. You want to show him who's boss, but you don't want to make him angry. He could bite you, right? It's like a hand guide about how to behave around these very dangerous. Yeah.
Just take a beat. And instead, we can put our listening ears on.
But I want to take my listening ears off. Take them off.
So do learn from and amplify the voices of those who have been historically marginalized and use the privilege you have in order to push for systemic change. As white people, we have a lot to learn and unlearn. So do check your blind spots.
Hi, everyone. It's Kamala Harris. Each day, we are seeing our rights and freedoms under attack, including the right of everyone to be who they are, love who they love, openly and with pride.
Okay.
So as we fight back against these attacks, let's all remember, no one is alone. We are all in this together.
GOP leader?
I am meeting with a lot of folks, and the work that we have begun is the work that is going to be ongoing. There is no question, and I said this from the very beginning, that our approach to this issue has to be with a commitment to a long-term investment, and it has to be a commitment to consistency. The United States has to be consistent. There were times when we were more engaged and we saw good results, less engaged, and we can see where the work and the partnerships then deteriorate. So I am committed to ensuring that we engage in an active way on the root causes, on addressing the cause and effect, and also being partners in the Western Hemisphere, understanding that we have a responsibility, and if we ignore that responsibility, it will visit itself upon us in a very domestic way.
About border security.
I don't know. What can I say? I just find Kamala Harris to be an insufferable, disingenuous, fake boob. All right? I'm sorry. And that is not my endorsement for Trump, though I don't care if you think I'm a MAGA Brit. I liked that. You know, it is what it is. She's moronic. I don't like people like that. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm trying to through these videos, you know? We're getting through this together. If you've enjoyed the video, let the algorithm know. Give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I need to get my gold plaque now. My 5-year-old son was unimpressed with the silver one. So, you know, that's what it's like in this house. We keep each other on our toes. All right. And yeah, if you want to get some extra content and help out with the channel even further, you can subscribe to my Patreon channel. The link is in the description. And I'll be back shortly with another video. I'll leave you with an outro of Kamala being very authentically ghetto. All right? She's pretty cool.
What'd you get? So, okay, so do you know music? Okay, so first of all, Charlie Mingus, really one of the greatest jazz performers ever. One of my favorite albums of all time. Roy Ayers, Everybody Loves Sunshine. You know this one? So good. It's a classic. And then Porgy and Bess, right? And this is a